What's going on, guys? Alright, so moving forward today, we're going to do something a little bit different today. I got to build something. I got a pretty damn good mail call to show you guys a whole bunch of new parts that came in today. I hope the rest of them show up. I'm waiting on UPS, FedEx, and the mailman now to finish that out. Go over everything I got today to redo the turbo kit and finish everything else off with that. What else we're going to do is we're going to make a turbo stand. Not my idea. I saw this on the internet the other night, and it was way nicer than what I'm going to build. I mean, this thing was sweet. It was powder coated. It was fully, yeah. Anyway, what we're going to do is make a stand to hold the turbo in the engine bay where you want to build your hot side to. And it simply is that. And I'm going super cheap. I'm not buying anything to do this. This is scrap that I have. And my base weight's going to be a used brake rotor. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to weld this steel plate right to the top of it like that. I got a piece of 3/4 inch steel rod tube. I'm going to weld to the top of this, and I have another piece of rod that slides in and out. It's not a fit, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a hole, I'm going to weld a nut in here, and I'm going to slide a bolt in so you can run this thing up and down. And I'll make a flange for the coolant drain to sit on top, and then you can bolt it to that. Hopefully it works. We're going to find out. I'm going to use the MIG welder for this, and we're gonna go from there. So let's get everything ground and start. I'm just going to blow the MIG on it and weld it all up. All right, got everything ground down. I wish I had a little bit bigger, but what I'll probably have to do is I'll probably have to set this thing at the right height, tighten up the bolt, pull this back out, and then notch this since it's so loose from moving. But this, I mean, my turbo's 50 pounds. Hopefully this has enough weight and enough balance that I can hold it. So.
Let's go.
Alright, cut a piece of steel out with some bolt holes, welded it to the inner tube, and we'll bolt this on here now. Go for a trial run, shall we? Oh. It works. How freaking cool is that? That's pretty freaking ingenious, whoever thought of that. Like I said, I can't take credit for this, but I'm sure gonna build it and say I built one. Freaking awesome. Okay, let's put it where it needs to be and see where the turbo's gonna sit. Thing's freaking heavy altogether. I want to come down and come closer to here. And then under this, a little bit of brick with the hot side right there. Alright, so the stand works. I mean, it goes without saying. The thing is heavy as hell, but I mean the turbo itself is 50 pounds. Now I'm just trying to figure out where I want to put it. And I don't know. I'd love to put it down here in the bumper, the intercooler right to the turbo, and that would be sick. I just don't know how I would accomplish said things on the street, and then I'd have to add a $350 scavenge pump into the effect of it, and that's more a race car than it is street car. So we'll leave that for another setup maybe. Alright, I'm gonna play with that. Gotta check the mail. I got a bunch of crap to show you. So let's play with that. We'll play with more of that later. That kind of bothers me that I don't have much room. I finished up the holes in the motor plate so I can put all my accessories back on, so I could figure out where the turbo needs to be. Kicking myself for not doing an air to water right now so I can move the turbo, because I mean I'm kind of limited on room with this big ass thing. I guess I'll worry about that later. So this is pretty much, I got in my whole hot side. I'm sorry, my whole turbo kit. Pretty much everything. I got some more China Bay manifolds. These are excess power. They're, you know what, they're the best ones I've bought so far. They come with a 2.5-inch V-band already on them. Even though they said it's 3-inch, it's 2.5. So I wasted my money on 3-inch to 2.5-inch reducers, but oh well, what are you gonna do? Should have waited. They're not bad. I mean, these are right off the boat. And I mean right off the boat. How is that for magic power racing parts? Woof! All the rage right here. They're nice. The flanges are super thick. The welds on the outside are great. They actually took the time to grind down on the inside. I don't know if you can tell. I mean, definitely not back purged, but I don't see any big weld slags hanging up. I'm gonna bring my scope home tomorrow and check the back of these welds. 2 manifolds. They came with 2 V-band clamps. The other side of the clamshell, and you know, these shitty China Bay gaskets, which you know exactly what we do with these. Throw them things right in the garbage. Use OEs at least. Now I bought Motion Raceworks do-it-yourself hot side, do-it-yourself cold side modified version. They have a kit on their website that comes with a turbo flange, bolts, gaskets, couplers, clamps. I don't need any of that, so I bought the modified version. I bought 4 2.5-inch 90s, which these are, it's 304 stainless, 065 wall. It's made in Canada. It says it right on the4 and I did the same thing with the 3-inch. 4 3-inch 90s, and I'm just really not happy with Motion Raceworks pipe writing tube. It is very beat up. It is disgusting. I expected much better from them. I don't know if you can see all this. Yeah, it's showing up. I mean, the ends are very jagged. I've never had a problem with Motion Raceworks parts before, so I'm probably going to send him a message about these. What I am going to do is, I got this really cool flange. I bought it a while ago. This is from Race Parts Solution. They don't have any in stock right now with no ETA because their supplier up and vanished apparently. I talked to whoever answers the phone over there and he was telling me all about it. But it's a really cool flange, so if you're gonna do this in a couple of weeks, it's a 3-inch to 4-inch V-band. So you don't have to weld the transition to a V-band and then do all that. This is a V-band. It's all nice. Very nice. I'm waiting on the receiving side of this and the clamp to come in the mail. It's supposed to be here today. And I'm going to weld that onto the throttle body, so I'll have a V-band up top. Just makes it easier to get off. I got some more race hose in. Again, one of my favorite companies, Vibrant Performance, 20 feet of dash 16. I don't know where the other one is. I ordered 2 20-foot spools. Breaking my fender over here. Nope, like usual. And just like that, UPS shows up. This is the other half of that V-band flange and everything. So that's what I ordered, and then that's going to be on my throttle body. Super nice. I'll probably trim this first lip off the throttle body so I can weld that on easier. It's a good thing I ordered these to do that. The other day I was cutting some thick steel, 3/16 tube or something, and I popped my bandsaw blade. Now mind you, it was a Harbor Freight blade. It was getting dull and it just popped. So I went on to Amazon. I went online, I researched some stuff, and everybody said Morse blades were damn good. So I got a 3-pack off Amazon for like $18 or something. Made in the USA. It's gonna go on my China Bay bandsaw. Thing's been the bane of my existence since I bought in this car. I've had nothing but nightmares with driver manifolds. This sits higher than the other one. First things first is, since this cylinder head's like an inch further forward, it's hitting on my motor plate. And it sucks because I just put that all together. Alright guys, last we were working on some of the turbo piping here. I'm being too indecisive. I don't know where to put the turbo. I haven't figured that part out yet, and I'm too frustrated, so I'm at the point of where I'm skipping over that right now, and I'm gonna go do other things. Well, one of the things I did, I talked to you guys, I did the motor plate in the car. I put the motor plate in, I drilled the holes for all my accessories, which was super easy. Now, I've been waiting for these tabs to come in from Team Z. I made a cardboard template, and they cut out these tabs for me and mailed them back. I got them with no holes so I can line it up and drill them myself and get it just right. If you need any metal stuff, hit them up. They'll cut stuff out like this for you. So I guess we're gonna work on the motor plate. I gotta get this, I think it's side to side where I want, but I think the motor's kind of cocked. I gotta get under and look at the tail shaft on the transmission. Up here it looks like it's kind of cocked a little, so I gotta go back to my measurements. Motor plates are a wonderful thing. You could do whatever you want. You can put the motor as low as you want, high as you want, back as far as you want, forward as far as you want. Mine's the same forward to back, but I did drop it a 1/2 inch. that's as far as I went, because then it starts to hit my steering rack with the oil pan. So I have a 1/4 inch of room between my steering rack and my oil pan. So it's dropped down a touch. Not much, not crazy. Now, since I'm doing a motor plate, you no longer need the motor mounts on the K-frame. Instead of just cutting the motor mounts off, I figured I would save the K-frame, save the motor mounts, save the control arms. I have a AGE K-frame with UPR control arms. AGE is like the go-to for LS swaps, but their quality's hit or miss, and sometimes it looks like they just grab metal out of the dumpster and make stuff work. So what I got was Team Z's tubular K-frame, no motor mounts. See that? Should be a motor mount here. Gone. Don't need them. And their powder coating is so key. I mean, how nice is that? Got the K-frame with no motor mounts. So once I get this all done, my buddy's coming up tomorrow. He's gonna help me. You can do this yourself, but it's just easier with 2 people trying to hang this up. What else I got was Team Z's adjustable A-arms. Again, beautiful powder coating. Everything's nice. Key about this is once you put Foxbody brakes on the car, it pushes the wheels out. So this way I can bring them back in and get them exactly sitting perfect where I want them. Super nice pieces. This is their steel one, not their chromoly. So I don't know how much weight savings. I mean, I'm going to save the motor mounts and the bars for that motor mount. So there'll be weight saving there. I mean, this stuff isn't heavy at all. I got one plate in and drilled. I got to finish drill. I got to drill this plate, get it lined up, check to make sure this motor's straight. I'm probably going to blow the front end off of it again so I can get in there to weld it. Move this turbo. And I probably take this off too. As you can see, I started building. Remember building the intercooler pipe. I can't remember if I told you, Doug is taking care of me with this pipe, and I texted him and he's like, I got you. Next day he sent out a box with new tubes in it, and he said keep the old ones. So I got good aluminum to practice on welding. I'm not sure I like this. I think I might cut it. I kind of wish I went with a 4-inch because it would look better, but I might just cut this off and redo it here. I don't really like it. I don't know, we'll see. I gotta figure out the placement on the turbo first, but let's get this done. Ready? Money in the bank. There we go.
Modified, bro.
Not mine. Yours is modified.
My team members are. I have to modify one of the motor mounts.
That actually feels lighter than the TNT.
Probably, because it's probably cheaper. I'll call that.
I don't know now.
Look at the water. It's just so much bigger.
Oh! Look at that!
16.35? Call it 16.5 pounds.
Yeah?
Not bad.
I expect this to be lighter.
But look at the fucking bar. Look how many, you know what I'm saying? versus
I
that.
love how it's one piece.
Yeah. So much nicer.
Yeah.
So much nicer.
So this is 3 pounds lighter than the AGE. Obviously it should be. It's got no fucking motor mounts on it. But look at the size of the bar compared to that junk.
Much nicer.
See the control arms.
There you go, yeah. Weigh the control arm. Well, weigh them as a pair. I don't think you need to weigh them as a pair, but alright.
11 and a half.
11,550. Why do they feel heavier than fucking...
Because you're weak.
10.3. So let's say a pound.
Yeah?
But they're adjustable.
A little over a pound.
So
And they're tubular.
what was that?
Like,
19.
they're
Those
nice.
are tubular.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
like, they're so much nicer.
What was that? What was that? 19.
Yeah.
So I lost 3 pounds with this and a pound with that. So I lost 4 pounds.
Right? Well, this was 19. This was like 16,350. So you lost like, oh, what?
You lost 3.5.
Yeah.
3.5. So 4.5. We're up to 4.5. Move those. Oh no, that's right. My batteries are dying in this thing.
Oh, scratching. So much nicer.
Damn! 5 pounds for the motherfucking mounts.
Yeah.
The plate's 2 pounds.
The plate is 2 pounds?
Yeah.
So there you go.
And it was 2 pounds. I drilled a bunch of holes in it.
Weight savings.
So I'm down to like 12 pounds dropped.
Yeah, no, you're going in the right direction. Going in the right direction.
So all the Team Z shit, I dropped around 12 pounds of weight. Going from AGE K-frame, UPR control arms, and the motor mounts, which are AGE, to the Team Z stuff. The motor plate's around 1.5 pounds now. 2 pounds. I'll take it.
Huh?
How far off is it?
Like 3 inches?
What?
Bro, the bolt holes are on the outside of the same. On the outside right now.
What?
Is that as far as it goes?
Oh!
It's
Wow.
Close, dude.
Holy shit. The rear one lines up. Holy.
Like, literally, like, this is on the outside
Yeah.
of the fucking frame, man.
Off enough.
Yeah.
Alright, gonna have to,
We sent you one for a newer car by accident? Sent you one for like a SN95 or something? Yeah. And I'm sure if you egged out the bolt holes.
well, let's put that back in for a second so I can take a picture and send it to Dave.
Okay.
Alright, the more I look at this K-frame, I think I'll just be able to open up the holes a little bit and get it to fit and get it to shimmy side to side. 2 holes are opened up the way they have it and 2 aren't. So it's not off by much, and I'm wondering if I could just open up those 2 holes, I'll be able to install. There's 3 holes line up, 4 doesn't. And it's a little off-centered to the passenger side. I don't know, like we said a million times before, these cars are never near the same. They're always off. So I have it up in the car now. You see it's hanging in there. You know. But who knows? I'm going to play more around with it and we'll go from there. I'll get it to fit. I haven't heard from Dave yet. It is the weekend. I'm not really pressing on it. But I have a feeling he's going to say the same thing I'm thinking, and that's open up the holes, get the thing centered, and get it to fit. Because it's not that far off that you won't be able to do that. Since this video has been nothing but rambling ever since I started it, I'll just end this here, get it up for you guys. But get out in the garage, grab a beer, work on your hot rod, and hopefully you don't have problems like I have. Have a good night.